Okay guys, so we're going to continue this and I'm going to help you with a little bit more of an explanation for sharp keys. So hopefully this will help you figure out what I mean when I am talking to you about how to tell a sharp key signature. So if you remember, the big rule for telling sharp key signatures is you are looking at the last sharp and you are then moving up one because the last sharp is always the syllable T. And so you then just move up to one letter name. You can figure out what the T letter name is and then move up, or you can just know that that last sharp is in the T spot and then just move up to the very next spot, whether it's a line or a space, and that would be do. Okay, so I've got my handy dandy board again. This is, again, treble Steph, and Every Good Boy Does Fine on the lines, FACE in the spaces, and I've drawn two sharps, okay? So if this is the last sharp, so it's the one that's, you know, we read right to left or left to right because we are English readers. So this is our last sharp. So that's the one that we're dealing with. It doesn't matter if there's 6 sharps, 7 sharps, 1,000,000 sharps. There's only 7, y'all. There's not 1,000,000 sharps. Okay? But the last sharp, so you're looking at the one that's furthest away to the right. And so you just know that that's T. So if that's T, I'm just going to help you out. T, which means the only other thing I have to do now is look at that last sharp. I know that's in the T spot, which happens to be a space. And then I just move up one more spot. And I just move up, since this is the space T, I would just move up to the line right above that. And then figure out what that line is. Well, if that's do, that happens to be on the D line. So this is the key of D major. If you paid attention to my flat key signatures, we also did one that was the key of D flat major. Two different things. You can have a key in the key of D flat, and then you can have a completely different key in the key of D major. If you were an instrumentalist, you would play notes differently than you would on both of those, okay? So very simple to figure out sharps. You just look at that very last sharp and then move up one. So I'm going to erase this. I'm going to add a couple more. Oh, I'm going to have to fix that. Okay, so let me just add one more sharp. Actually, I'm going to add a couple more sharps so that you can see how this works. So let's see. I've been doing this too long. My brain just farted. There we go. All right. That is 5 sharps, okay? So how do I know to write that? Remember, y'all, it's that order of sharps picture that I uploaded in Classroom. You just follow that order, and I'm just writing them in a zigzag fashion. So this is my last sharp, this one right here in this A space. So that's the only one I'm messing with. I'm not messing with anything else. So last sharp is in the A space, which means that's T, the A space. So I just move up to the very next line, which is on the B line. So this is the key of B major. Okay, it's very simple with sharps. The only thing you have to do is you do have to know what your letter names are, which is why write them in. There's no reason for you to have to struggle if it would be easier for you just to write those in, okay? Last sharp is always T. You just move up one letter name, or move up one spot, whether it's a space or a line, whichever one is the one that's just right up higher. Excuse me, change that to its letter name, and that's it. So once again, last sharp in the A space. So I'm gonna move up one to get my key signature name. This is T. Move up one to get my do. It happens to be this line right here, which is the B line. Okay, so this is the key of B major. Hope that helped.